If you walk through the garden, you better watch your back. Well, I beg your pardon, walk a straight and narrow track. If you walk with Jesus, he'll save your soul. You gotta keep the devil down in the hole. He's got the fire and the fury at his command. Well, you don't have to worry if you hold on to Jesus' hand. They'll all be saved from Satan when the thunder rolls. You gotta keep the devil way down in the hole. All the angels sing about Jesus' mighty soul, and they shield you with their wings, keep you close to the Lord. Don't pay heed to temptation, or your hands are so cold. You gotta keep the devil way down in the hole. Way down in the hole, way down in the hole, way down in the hole, way down in the hole.
You know, if I was a betting man, I'd say I was watching The Wire around the time I made that. Tyson, how you doing?
Good. Let me talk to you. Thought there was going to be more to that.
No, it's just The Wire.
I don't think I've ever seen The Wire.
It's pretty good. At least it's kind of weird because like the second season, okay, the first season it's like the street thug shit with Idris Elba and Julius from Remember the Titans. That's good. And it basically sets up like this whole underground thing, like Avon Barksdale's like this fucking, he's like the Black Godfather. Nobody knows who he is, and he's a mystery, and he runs Baltimore and shit. And Stringer Bell's is number 2, and he's the one that everybody knows. He's the face.
Mhm.
And Avon Barksdale's more like streetwise and shit, and Stringer Bell's more like business. So they kind of clash later on. But then like season 2, it goes on to like the Greek mafia. And it's good. It's just like, it's really out of place. It's like they should have made like a Greek mafia show. But it shows like how it's all connected and shit.
So it's different mafias each
No,
season.
it's it just inexplicably goes to the Greek mafia tie-in. Because basically it's like the black the black street gangs are being like fed drugs and shit by the Greeks. So the Greeks are controlling everything really. But it just kind of puts a wet blanket on the whole thing. Because the exciting shit is the stuff with because Julius from Remember the Titans, he's Avon Barksdale. He's the main bad guy. So to see him being a thug, because I only saw him as Julius.
Yeah.
And Idris Elba was awesome. Method Man gets in there. He plays some guy named Cheese.
Yeah, you gotta have someone named after
There's
a food.
some cold-blooded motherfucker called what's his name? Marlowe. There's a gay street guy that's the baddest motherfucker of them all. He's Omar. You know the saying, what was it? If you come at the king, best not miss. He said that. He said that cold shit. He's shot 2 motherfuckers.
So that's where it comes from.
No, it's a fucking good show.
Good thing. I might have to check it out. What's it on?
What did I watch it on? That's a good question. Maybe Amazon? It's on one of them.
Well, I think I have some breaking news for myself. I think I'm officially going VPN and Netflix for wrestling. I think that's going to be the decision.
Well, I haven't had to go the VPN route. I've used other methods.
Yeah. Well, I already have a VPN for other reasons. It's still blocked here.
Oh, it's blocked here too. I got you.
Although I don't really ever use it. It's like
I use it.
I feel like I'm like too deep in the mud if I'm going through a VPN just so I can whack.
Nope, I use it every day. got my little ritual. And then what's weird though is like, cause I don't know how yours is, but mine connects to like a different region. So you get to see the vile, disgusting things that other countries are into.
Oh yeah, it does that here too. Like if you connect whatever server you connect to or whatever, it starts on their homepage type deal.
Yeah. Like, oh my God, Japan.
At least they don't have, or I haven't seen yet. They don't have those things popping out as soon as you get on.
The trannies? Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah, sure did. Tired of seeing that stuff. Should be an option.
Yeah. It is supposed to be an option. And then they tell you like, oh, you click the not interested. It doesn't stop anything.
Well, we're in Japan. Let's go ahead and go to France. So we got to unfortunately go over Clash in Paris. And Paris fan.
We're going to
start there. Work our way forward, I guess. So yeah, we're in Paris, France. Walkers, Jey Uso, CM Punk, LA Knight, Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman, and the Bronze. Of course, there's the Fatal 4-Way. The Reeds are also facing. Bronson Reed is also facing Roman. And of course, we have Seth's husband, and the Bella. There's a girls' match for the girl belt. Then we have Logan Paul. he's wrestling John Cena. And John Cena just does not do these Walker segments.
He doesn't want to waste his pop, I guess.
We got a generic hype video. Nothing stood out to me. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't. It was just there, though. And the first match of the evening is Bronson Reed versus Roman Reigns. And Bronson comes out wearing a fur coat and Roman shoes. Roman comes out committed to that OTC1 nonsense. And he's also wearing 2 fuck-a-follow things. So if he had another one just sitting around, why did he need to get the one that Solo stole back?
I don't know.
It kind of just diminishes the feud that they had, doesn't it?
I mean, they explained it, so I guess
Did
not.
they?
They said he was wearing it to, I think it was to honor his dad or something.
Okay. They play who's stronger till Roman sucker punches Reed, whips him, then starts whipping his ass. Roman does the 10 punches while the crowd counts in French. Classic. Then Roman, who effortlessly Samoan dropped Bronson Reed his first night back, all of a sudden still can't Samoan drop Bronson Reed. He collapses under the big man's weight. Then Reed throws Roman out of the ring and rock bottoms him on the French announce desk. Roman recovers, slams Reed's head repeatedly into the ring post. They move back to the ring. Reed hits the world's strongest slam and starts kicking the shit out of Roman. And he hits Roman with a Samoan drop. Starts parading around the ring with Roman's shoes for some reason. And then Roman fires up, dumps Reed out of the ring. Roman hits the drive-by on the apron, then gears up for a Superman punch in the ring. The Superman punch is countered with a choke slam immediately, and then it's followed by a standing senton. Which kind of reminded me of Bam Bam Bigelow.
He does that.
Well, he doesn't. I don't know if he did the standing senton, but he used to like immediately fall into that headbutt thing. Just like the suddenness of everything. Just kind of reminded me of Bam Bam. So Reed hits a Death Valley driver, then goes to pile drive Roman, I think. Roman fights out, but gets super kicked out of the ring. Looks like Reed's going to go for some sort of dive, but Roman saved his life by Superman punching him back in the ring. Roman hits another Superman punch, goes for a spear. Reed blocks it, dumps Roman out of the ring again, then does his dive he was going to do earlier. And then he throws Roman in the ring, goes for a tsunami, misses. Roman goes for a spear. Reed counters that with a sit-down powerbomb. Then he climbs the ropes to go for a tsunami again. Roman gets to his feet, climbs the turnbuckles to fight Reed on there. Reed pushes him off. Roman responds with another Superman punch. Then he Samoan drops Reed off the top rope and then wins with a spear. I thought it was a pretty good match.
Yeah, it was a pretty good match. Maybe it was a little slow, but that's a Roman match.
Yeah, I mean,
telling a story.
2 powerhouses don't need to be fast. I just the whole Samoan drop thing though, because Roman, that was the first thing he did to Bronson Reed.
Yeah, they didn't think about that.
So after the match,
yeah, they got to tell the story.
I guess they just need to fucking make. I wish they were told a story that made sense instead of just changing the rules as they go along. So after the match, Roman gets his shoes back from Heyman and then puts Heyman in a guillotine chokehold. Reed and Heyman are now both incapacitated, so Roman stands on the announce desk, starts signing his stupid shoes and throwing them into the crowd. Then Braun Breaker appears out of nowhere and spears Roman through the proper announce desk. The Browns make sure Heyman's okay, lead him to the back. Roman slowly carries himself to the back, But as Roman's leaving, the Brawns come back out. Breaker hits him with another spear. Reed hits a tsunami. And then the security fucks come out. They try to stretcher out Roman. And then Reed hits Roman with another tsunami while he's on the little stretcher board thing. Jey Uso comes out. He gets speared and Roman gets another tsunami. And not only did Jay like miserably fail at saving his cousin, he fucked up his chances of winning the match later because later Pierce kicks the Brawns out of the building while sweating his balls off. And he says, should either of the Brawns return, they'll be suspended. And then later, he's with Jey Uso in the medical, and they have like this, or medical said you're not going to be clear. Then Jay's like, I am. And then Pierce is like, oh, okay. I wish they like kind of made that as a cliffhanger or something throughout the pay-per-view. Like, is Jey Uso going to be medically cleared? But instead it's just like, well, it sounds like you're not going to be medically cleared. Oh, I'm medically cleared. Oh, okay. No big deal then. So why'd you have the segment? There's no suspense. There's nothing to hang on to.
To prove that he was hurt.
Fuck that. We knew he was going to win anyway. At least you could have the story like, will Jay even be in the match?
Yeah, I guess so.
So there's that. Jay sucks.
Now, I do like how they kind of told a story throughout the night. So, like, everything led up to what we were getting towards the end, right? So, Roman, he gets attacked, but that attack brings out Jey Uso, so he can get his ass beat. Basically, like you said, ruin his chance for the title. And then the Brawns get kicked out. So now Seth Rollins is alone. Oh, and by the way, Paul Heyman got choked out, so he's out too. So now Seth Rollins doesn't have the Brawns or Paul Heyman.
Yep.
So it all kind of set up.
Rollins is fucked.
What's Rollins gonna do? Or yeah, the way I saw it is like, well, I guess we're getting that fourth person tonight.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, it was spoiled for me, but I'd like to think that I would just think that the Brawns would come back anyway, because that's what they do.
And get
suspended? They wouldn't get suspended. There would just be no consequence.
Yeah, get suspended.
Like, oh, it's no DQ. So up next, we have the Solo Cups versus the Wyatt Sucks. No idea what the cups were supposed to be, but they look stupid, especially since they did the they changed their wardrobe. Like they wore battle masks, but they still did their Solo Cup entrance and dance. And then they did this like inner match thing where they were kind of butting heads over who was going to start, and they just didn't seem to be on the same page. It almost seemed like they were teasing a Solo Cup split up again. So if you're going to do all that shit, why have them put on the fancy little costumes?
Well, you see, that was a commercial. You remember how the Viking war machine, that one time they came out as like Clash Castle or whatever that fucking mobile game is. Well, this was in promotion for the Borderlands.
I get
game.
that.
Because that was the one of the psycho masks that they were wearing each.
I understand that. I saw the commercial after that. I get that part of it. That makes sense. But you're also telling the story that they're not fucking getting along. They weren't getting along to start the match. So why are they gonna color coordinate their fucking outfits to some stupid ass video game thing when they're not getting along?
Well, they didn't have a problem.
Yes, they did. They started off not having They started off having a problem. They couldn't fucking get on the same page on who was going to start the match.
Yeah, that was when the problem started. In the entrance, there was no problem. when the match started and they couldn't decide. By the way, I was thinking, like, doesn't Dawkins like always start the match? Like, what is even?
I don't even know. I don't care. I just know it's stupid to have this commercial, this kid commercial when you're trying to tell a story.
Well, it's no kid game. Borderlands.
Okay. The Sucks won somehow.
Because the Street Profits aren't on the same page and they might be breaking up. And everybody's getting excited that Dawkins, I mean, not Dawkins,
Ford.
That Ford is going to finally get his singles push.
I thought they didn't want them to split.
No, they want them to split.
Okay.
I guess they don't necessarily want them to split because everybody knows what's going to happen to Dawkins, but they want Ford to get a singles push, like a real singles push. Him or Carmelo Hayes is where we're at there. That's the only two you got.
Wait. You got Apollo Crews still.
Well, he's just apparently back from injury,
Yeah.
so
His push is coming.
where was he getting injured from? Lifting
I
chicken
don't
wings?
fucking know. Oh, I think Jacob Fatu super kicked him. Maybe he really got hurt there.
Sure.
Moving on, we have Seth's husband beating the Bella somehow. Now, I did hear that this was especially awful in terms of quality. And I did see the Bella completely missing a no-look crossbody after, it was terrible. Seth's husband was standing on one side. The Bella jumps up on the turnbuckle and then like dives completely to the right of her. In no way, shape, or form could she have possibly hit her. And then Seth's husband didn't know whether to sell or not. She's the man. I saw the awful spot with the fucking announce desks where the Bella was repeatedly slamming Seth's husband's face. It's terrible. And Seth's husband has a new move that she fucked up into the transition into, called the linchpin. It's stupid. But girls wrestling rules.
That's the pin she used at the last pay-per-view. But yeah, she didn't hit it as smooth as she did
Michael
the other
Cole
one.
made it sound like it was new.
Well, it was new since that last pay-per-view. But at the end of the day, it is as smooth as it could be. You know, she hits it flawlessly. It is, at the end of the day, a backslide. So, like, how impactful is it really? It's like when, Woods, because Vince McMahon always had people win via roll-up or something, or some kind of flash pin. Like, that was his go-to finish. You're dominating the whole match, and then you get a flash pin.
You get a quick one.
And then you're looking like a doofus because you couldn't kick out of a roll-up after you've been beating this person's ass for how long? Anyway, so Woods had a small cradle that he named the Backwoods. So he named it an actual move. And it's like, well, it's still just a small cradle. So how impactful.
I don't know. I just know that this match has been pretty panned.
I'm going to give him a break. I'm not even going to talk about it.
Well, they need to stop gaslighting these girls that sucked in their prime. The Bella always sucked. Her sister sucked. Everybody in that fucking diva era sucked. They need to stop bringing them back. People need to stop fucking wanting people to come back and then expecting them to have this great match when they'd suck. They sucked then. They suck now. They'll suck tomorrow. Foreshadowing.
It's just a nostalgia.
But
Well, you know, you have to feel bad for Nikki Bella. You know why she's back.
I don't feel bad for her at all.
That that dude that beat her somehow got what is it when you get divorced and have to pay?
Child support? Alimony.
Alimony. She has to pay alimony to the dude that beat her.
Didn't she get Marie married already? No.
No.
I don't care. She needs to stop wrestling. And Becky Lynch fucking sucks.
You're not the only one who says that.
What next?
I think Kevin Nash
Huh?
said that this week.
She's terrible. She looks terrible. She, whatever. I don't care. Well, next we have Rusev versus Sheamus in a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. The hype video was excellent. Although they cut out the part where Sheamus cut around the corner and went, Sheamus! Which was my favorite part of the whole feud. So they both make their entrances and just start brawling, as you'd expect. Then it spills to the floor, and Sheamus sets up a Slim Jim table. Rusev recovers and sets up another Slim Jim table beside Sheamus's. Then Rusev teases suplexing Sheamus through the tables, but that gets blocked. And Rusev ends up getting a kendo stick and beating the shit out of Sheamus in the ring with it. Then he does Sheamus's stupid 10-beat move. And Rusev exposes one of the top turnbuckles, tries to whip Sheamus into it, but it's countered. And Sheamus beats the shit out of Rusev with the kendo stick. And he gets not one, but not two, but three chairs. And then only tries to use one, which Rusev blocked. And then he knocks Sheamus on his ass, pummels him with the chair before wedging the chair in the corner. Sheamus does the Shinsuke, come on, while Rusev is kicking the shit out of him before he hits a running knee. Then he does this stupid 10 beats move to Rusev. They spill the floor again, so Sheamus can hit his stupid move twice. The second one while holding his shillelagh. And Michael Cole's like, this is the most devastating 10 beats to the bell or whatever. Sheamus throws Rusev into the ring, goes for a white noise. Rusev escapes, but then Sheamus sends him headfirst into the corner that had the chair Rusev wedged in earlier. And Sheamus hits a razor's edge. Rusev is able to roll out of the ring to avoid the brogue kick after that. Sheamus does another awkward top rope spot and gets nailed with a kendo stick midair. Rusev then rock bottoms Sheamus through the wooden bar that they had set up ringside. Like he set up the steel steps and they both got on the steel steps and he just, it's pretty cool. And Rusev throws Sheamus into the ring, locks in the accolade, but Sheamus is able to stand up and slam Rusev into a couple chairs that the girl ref was kind enough to position perfectly in the center of the ring for him. Then they go to the floor again, fight in the timekeeper area, and then climb the whiskey barrels ringside for some reason, where Rusev then locks in another accolade. Sheamus fights out, so Rusev tries to rock bottom him off the whiskey barrels onto the Slim Jim tables that were set up earlier. Sheamus blocks that and then picks Rusev up and hits a white noise through both tables. Somehow, Rusev gets to the ring first, grabs Sheamus's shillelagh, but he's immediately met with a brogue kick. Then they trade punches before Rusev breaks the shillelagh across Sheamus's back. Rusev then loses his shit and he locks in the accolade again while the broken half of the shillelagh is smashed into Sheamus's mouth. Then he pulls Sheamus back all the way, so it's basically just like a chokehold. And of course, Sheamus taps. There's nothing you can do. But Rusev was really like jerking. He's like, ah, lost it. He was in the zone. And apparently, this is only the second time Sheamus has tapped out.
Which is amazing.
It is amazing.
But yeah, there's nothing he can do. They said it has to be by pinfall or submission, so I don't know if a pass out would have been the end of the match.
It would have had to have been.
So, but he didn't he didn't submit. So
I don't know.
I don't know. That I think they kind of booked themselves into a corner for that, but because yeah, I mean he could have pinned them after he passed them out, but
well, this was clearly the best of the 3 matches they've had, despite the silliness.
Yeah, they beat the hell out of each other.
Yeah, it was a really good match. Maybe match of the night. I don't know. My match.
I don't know if it was what's the damn name? I don't know if it was real or not. We'll just say, but someone posted that Melty Boy gave that a 5-star.
Rusev and Sheamus? No shit. Yeah, I thought it was really good. I thought the Roman Bronson Reed match was really good too. Both of them had, both of them were really good, and then both of them had like their own particular stink on them. Like Rusev Sheamus had the Donnybrook nonsense, which it could have just been like a no disqualification match, last man standing match, but no, they had to put cartoon shit into it. And then the Roman Bronson Reed thing, Roman's was already out, so it's like he does a pay-per-view, then he's written off TV, and then he'll do a miraculous comeback. Well, he'll probably effortlessly Samoan drop Bronson Reed again.
Well, I think Braun Breaker's next. When that happens, I don't know. Maybe. Well, he's off. You know, he has to go do his part of the Street Fighter movie. So him and Cody are gone for now.
Yay.
Have you seen the Minute Maid commercials?
No.
Okay. I just now learned that he was the voice of it. That being Roman Reigns.
Was he?
Yeah.
Huh.
I was like, oh, that's interesting. I thought it was like, I don't know who I thought it was. I guess I didn't think about it. Like the Arby's commercials, I thought it was James Earl Jones. Apparently, it's Ving Rhames.
Love me some Ving Rhames. He's a class act. He should be a bigger actor than. He should be like Denzel.
He's got to do more movies.
I think he has. He's just a big guy, so he's kind of.
Yeah, everything I've seen him in, he's kind of like the same.
Yeah,
he's like the big guy.
But he's a fucking great actor, though.
Big guy.
He's not just a big guy. He's a fucking amazing. He's got range.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have Logan Paul versus John Cena. And it started off with Cena showing off how strong he is, but turns out Logan Paul is just as strong. And Paul mugs to the crowd way too fucking much. Like every time he does something, he'll look at the crowd. He'll knock Cena down, look at the crowd. He'll swing his fist, look at the crowd. He'll sneeze, look at the crowd. Just, god damn it. Cena tries to fight back. Paul hits him with a blockbuster. They fight some more. Paul is still more interested in the crowd than the match. And then Cena hits a 5-knuckle shuffle, goes for an FU. Paul escapes that, lands on the apron so he can hit a buckshot lariat. Paul goes for a frog splash, and Cena gets his knees up, then hits his FU. Then Cena immediately goes for a second FU. Paul blocks it after just taking the first FU. Then he locks in Antonio Inoki's submission hold, the octopus. Cena powers out of that. Like he's going to go, and it looks like he's going to go for another FU. Paul escapes, tries to win with a sunset flip that Cena ultimately turns into an STFU. But Logan Paul gets to the ropes to break the hold. Then Cena hits him with a tornado DDT. Cena goes for another FU, but it's countered. And then Logan Paul goes for a right hook. Cena dodges, but Paul hits him with a zigzag. Logan Paul's just a thief, isn't he? And how is his moveset just finishers?
I don't know.
Cena hits Logan Paul with the end of days. Then Paul escapes that, escapes another FU attempt, and hits a couple top rope moves. Then Cena hits a sit down slapjack. Then they immediately then they start randomly trading punches. Like they're doing all these finishing moves, and then they just start going back to trading punches. Stupid. Then Logan Paul starts doing Cena's moves. Cena counters that. Counters Logan Paul's 5-knuckle shuffle with an FU. They trade punches again. And then Cena hits a Frankensteiner and a sunset flip bomb. Then Logan Paul nails Cena with a right hand. Then hits 2 frog splashes. Then Logan Paul goes for an FU, and Cena counters it with a Styles Clash. Then Cena tries an FU off the top rope. Paul tosses Cena off, and then does a diving crossbody. Cena rolls through it, hits an FU, then goes for a second FU because, we can't just win with one fucking finishing move anymore. Paul escapes that, hits another right hook, but Cena's momentum or something allowed him to bounce off the ropes. It hit another FU and gets the pin. Okay. And then Cena kisses his wife after the match, which I bet the Bella was sobbing in the dressing room after seeing that.
She was pissed. The wife probably said, "You better, that bitch is here. You better put it on me good. Remind her who you're with."
So I had absolutely no interest in this match, but I did hear how great this match was and how it was the match of the night and blah, 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 blah. I didn't see it. It was just one of the matches where everything was a finishing move. And everything gets kicked out of. And I hate that momentum shit. That I just did a big move to you, but I still have enough strength to do an even bigger move, and somehow that wins the match.
Well, I did like the match. I can say so. Yeah, Cena's doing like old or people's moves to like pay homage to them. I think he said it's like the people, because he only has like 1, maybe 2 matches left. So, he's not going to be able to work with everybody. So that's his like paying tribute to everybody who helped him build his career. So like the Styles Clash and End of Days, which I don't remember. Wait, I don't remember him being. What's that guy's name?
Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin. I remember him being a big Cena feud.
I can't remember.
Maybe they had a match or two. But,
I do know they didn't call it End of Days. They called it like a swinging fucking lariat or some shit.
But yeah, so he's paying tribute to all these people. That's like the new thing he's doing. The only problem is he's hitting their finishers and it's being kicked out of.
Yeah.
so it kind of diminishes the finishers.
All of them.
Like, I get it if you do it and then you win with that. Like, if he had hit the Styles Clash and won that way, but it's just being kicked out of, and yeah, I don't necessarily like that, but the idea of it, I do.
That's why I had a problem with Logan Paul doing it. Like, every move he's hitting is somebody's finisher, but it's not winning the match.
Yeah. Or like you said, he's just a thief.
He is. Well, after that, they did the attendance, but it was in French, so I didn't give a shit. And then Seth Rollins is interviewed. He's dressed as...
Oh. I was going to say, that guy needs to, like, pick a side. He's, like, gray on the side and dark black on the top. Like, pick a side, man. Either go gray or don't. He's it's either a toupee or he's dyeing it.
Probably a toupee. You know what? I could see people actually specifically dyeing that. That's a style.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got some gray.
I want the Raj Al Ghul.
I'm still jet black on the top. It's just how nature works.
Seth Rollins is interviewed in the back. He was dressed as Fruity Smurf, so good for him. He says he's not worried about his buddies being banned and not helping him tonight. He just looked ridiculous. So I couldn't get past that.
Fair enough. He has a plan.
Which leads us to Jey Uso versus LA Knight versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. This is the fatal four-way for the other belt. And it was just another fatal four-way match. Knight, Uso, and Punk teamed up to set up a table. They all, ganged up on Rollins before Jey Uso turned on Punk for no reason. Punk ends up hitting Uso with a GTS. Rollins came out of nowhere with a curb stomp. That got a 2 count. Rollins goes to the floor, curb stomps both Uso and Knight, grabs a chair. Rollins sets Punk's head on the chair, goes to curb stomp. Punk threw it, but Punk moves. Rollins' knee gets fucked up, and Rollins says, "Oh, shit," which I thought was funny. Punk hits a GTS, but he can't just win with fucking one finisher, so he goes for another. Then Seth's husband has the audacity to come into this bullshit after the match he just had earlier, wearing a stupid black hoodie because these uncreative fucks can't think of anything different. And then Rollins wins, and Rollins wins, and the feud that already wasn't interesting just became fucking unbearable. Because you know what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen now.
What's that?
AJ Lee's going to come. There's no other reason why Becky Lynch would be involved in this shit if AJ Lee wasn't going to come back.
Well, that was the idea. It could have also not been AJ Lee. It could have been
who else? It wouldn't have been anybody else. It's the husbands versus the wives. There's no other reason why Becky, because they would have picked some other chick to be part of the Judgment Day. Or whatever the fuck, the Vision. They could have picked Asuka. They could have picked Julia. They could have picked Rhea Ripley. They could have got her back on the dark side. They could have picked Roxanne Perez. They could have picked... I'm just trying to think of the back... Alba Fire. They could have... I don't know. Jade Cargill. Nia Jax. Oh, shit. Nia Jax, the bronze.
Well, I thought it was, again, something that played good into the story. because again, yes, it could have been any of those women, but so everybody's been banned, everybody's gone or hospitalized. So his group's not there. So who's there? Who also happened to have a match that night? His wife. So it made sense. Like, oh, he just had his wife bail him out.
Mm.
So at that point, I didn't even think it was still up in the air. Is she actually joining the group, or is this just a wife helping out her husband?
She clearly joined the group or whatever. She's part of the main event storyline now. That's what she did. Again, after having that bullshit of a match, she got rewarded by being thrusted into the main event storyline. And CM Punk's wife is going to be thrusted into the main event storyline. And guess what? She sucks too. Name me one good AJ fucking Lee match. Remember that classic AJ Lee highlight reel that we were watching earlier? No, you don't, because it doesn't fucking exist. Tired of this shit.
She was a better character than wrestler, I would say. I mean, the stuff she was doing with CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, like outside of Eva Marie,
she was a schizophrenic whore. She made out with Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler, and she played the stupid crazy shit poorly.
Oh.
She was terrible. Anyway, that was Clash in Paris. There's 2 good matches.
And we are on our way to WrestlePalooza.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about Clash in Paris. So what, do you have anything to say?
No, I mean, it was good for what it was. Like, it was to progress the story, and they did that. Whatever story they were progressing, they did it.
What'd you think?
And
what'd you think of the crowd?
Same as they usually are, which is crazy.
They didn't grind your gears?
No, not as much as like the first time.
Okay. I just heard people bitching about the crowd. I was just curious.
What about?
Just that they were too much.
They were too loud.
Too much singing.
Oh, the crowd was too into the show. And we need a crowd that just sits there silently.
Well, there's the crowd that's into the show, and then there's the crowd that tries to turn the show into their show.
Well, everybody sucks them off as the best crowd.
Well, they were the best crowd last year. But next week we have WCW Spring Stampede 1999. It's in Tacoma, Washington. The main event is Sting, Hollywood Hogan, Nature Boy Ric Flair, and DDP in a 4 corners match for the WCW World Heavyweight title. Also, Randy Savage served as...
What does that even mean?
Was what?
A 4 corners match. But a fatal 4-way.
I'm guessing that it's like the tag thing, where 2 men will fight while the other 2 men are ringside. That's my guess. Randy Savage is serving as the special guest referee.
Oh, good for him.
Other matches are Booker T facing Scott Steiner again, this time for the U.S. title. And Kevin Nash and Goldberg are having their rematch. And then we have the tag team, not title match, but just a tag match. It's Chris Benoit and Dean Malenko versus Raven, and Perry Saturn. Yep. I guess they're
Well, I know it's going to be hard hitting.
friends again.
Yeah, they're flock again.
Even though Saturn desperately wanted to get away from Raven.
Of course. So is Raven a babyface at this point?
I don't know what Raven is. I think Raven's on his way out.
It's on his way to EC Dub.
I don't even know if EC Dub's a thing anymore.
Yeah, this timeline is kind of confusing me since we're watching ECW on the other side. And they seem to be at war with WCW. And then
I think Raven came to WWF after WCW, though.
I thought that was after they got the bought out, or after they closed. Maybe before. I don't. Obviously.
Well, moving on, we have Monday Night Raw, which is still in Paris, and they recapped Clash in Paris. Of course, the walkers are CM Punk, who is waiting for Seth Rollins. Pierce shows up, and he's totally fine with one of his employees just waiting to ambush another employee. Doesn't matter, though, because Rollins somehow gets by and into the building anyway. That pisses Punk off. More on that later. AJ Styles is next. He's facing Dominic Mysterio for the IC title. And we have the Kabuki Warriors, who are facing Perez and No Definition Rodriguez. And Penta's walking. The Viking Bikers are alive. And he's teaming up with them against the New Day and Grayson Waller. And finally, Jey Uso, who opens. He comes to the ring, and he says he wonders if he would have won the title if he stayed out of Roman's business. He stayed out of Roman's ass beating at Clash in Paris. But then Uso says he don't play about family. Then he calls out The Vision. LA Knight comes out instead. Knight says they're all losers. He says the rap on Uso is that he lives in his cousin's shadow. Knight doesn't know anything about that, but he damn sure knows that Rollins stands in his husband's. Knight blames Uso for Rollins still being champion, but mentions when they all agreed to set up the table and Uso turned on Punk for no reason. He says, I'm tired. Knight says, I'm tired of not being champion. So get on my playbook or we're going to have a problem. Uso starts to say he wants that problem, but out come the Bronze. And Braun Breaker says Uso and Knight should be scared because Heyman is in the hospital, and now they're a couple of dogs off their leash. And Roman Reigns is in the hospital, and Knight and Uso are about to join them. Reed didn't say shit. He's still calling himself the tribal thief after losing all the shit he stole. And then the Bronze challenged the good guys to the obligatory tag match, which they accepted, of course.
Yeah. It's kind of funny that they essentially saved them.
Yeah.
Because had they just let them
tear each other apart.
Yeah. Like they just had to stay back and they would have done it themselves. Oh.
Well, I don't know why the bad guys are issuing challenges.
That too. But it's because of Braun. He's a badass.
All right. Well, up next we have the Japanese girls backstage. Io apologizes to Asuka for last week. Asuka says something and then tells Io that we take care of Judgment today for you. And then Io asks if the Kabuki Warriors want her help. Asuka says no. Unlike Rhea Ripley, the Kabuki Warriors do not need help. Io says she's completely done with Rhea Ripley, but wants to say something else. Asuka says, oopsie, no time. And then they need to get ready for their match. Kairi Sane was also there. Then the Kabuki Warriors beat the Judgment Day somehow. And match isn't important. Later, Io is talking to a Bella. Asuka interrupts, chases off the Bella, tells Io rather aggressively that the Bella isn't Io's friend. Asuka says she's going to be tag team champion at WrestlePalooza, and she'll be gracious enough to help Io beat Stephanie Vacour. Adam Pearce announces that Stephanie Vacour and Io Sky are going to wrestle for Naomi's vacant title. Whatever.
At WrestlePalooza.
Io says she can beat Stephanie alone. Asuka says even more aggressively, "You didn't win at SummerSlam alone." Asuka will help Io, and they'll all be champions again. Kairi Sane was there for that too. Later, Rhea Ripley's being interviewed. She says, good luck to Io and Stephanie, but she still wants the title. Ripley starts to get asked about Io and Asuka's thing, but Asuka interrupts. Asuka, I just wrote the dialogue here. Asuka says, "You want title match before Io even wins?" Ripley, "Of course, but this has nothing to do with me and Io. And also, what the fuck is your problem?" Asuka, "Stop. You are not friends. Stay away." Ripley, "Don't push me." Asuka, "I've been making history for 10 years. Who am I? I'm Asuka. I will push anyone I want." Ripley, "Try me." Asuka, "No one is ready for Asuka. Even you." Then Asuka just walks away. And you know my girl Kairi was there for that one too.
Poor Kairi. She's just like Asuka's lapdog. Like she was just hanging around and Asuka's like, "Kairi!"
The facial expressions were great when Io was offering her help and Kairi was like, yeah. And then Asuka's like, "No." It's stupid, but it's the best thing they got right now. For what that's worth.
We have a potential Rhea versus Asuka match on the horizon here. I don't think they've.
I believe they have.
Before. Maybe they have.
I think that remember when Asuka didn't have her face paint?
No. It's been so long.
She showed up to Raw without her face paint, and she wrestled without face paint for a while.
Oh yeah.
That's because of Rhea.
Well, I should say we're gonna have Rhea versus Asuka under Triple H.
That was under Triple H.
Well, not this Asuka.
Oh god. Okay.
She got hurt like pretty early in his return, or his like actual takeover.
Well, I don't know if you noticed or not, but Triple H kind of sucks.
He does, but he lets them wrestle.
Yeah, Adam Pearce made the announcement that
It's just his booking.
Whatever.
Like he lets the wrestlers wrestle. Like Cena and Logan Paul have like a 30-minute match. He has a show called WrestlePalooza coming up. WrestlePalooza. You know, like wrestling as in WrestlePalooza.
Yeah, but it's not like good wrestling.
Oh, it is for some people.
And where's Gunther? Speaking of good wrestling.
He's on time off.
He
hurt.
doesn't get hurt. Anyway, yeah, Adam Pearce made the announcement about the girl belt. Roxanne Perez was pissed off about it later. Then the Lyra Vulcan showed up. She asked about Bayley, so who cares? And then Finn Balor beat Dragon Lee somehow. And later, Adam Pearce banned Finn Balor and JD McTurd from ringside during Dominic's match. Balor was not upset about it at all. In fact, he even laughed.
Yep. Like, oh, you're on your own. Good luck out there, Dom.
And then the Viking Bikers and Penta beat New Day and Waller somehow. New Day to cut a boring ass promo before the match. Not their best night.
Couldn't tell you this or the Dragon Lee match because I skipped them both.
Then we had AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio for the IC title. And Dominic was all alone, but he held his own in one hell of a match. He attacked Styles during the introductions. So he had the edge pretty much throughout the match. Styles ended up hitting the Styles Clash, but Dom was too close to the ropes. And then Kaiser came out of nowhere with his loaded mask, headbutted Styles. Dom wins with a frog splash. So what happens when Gable comes back?
It's going to be interesting.
It's not going to be interesting.
Is it going to be like that time there were 2 Patriots? Or 2 Undertakers?
Oh my God.
Or 2 Razor Ramones? 2 Doinks? That's all I got.
Rusev had a promo. Says he's an example for kids all over the world that it's impossible to be good when you're destined to be great. He said, be like Rusev. He said, Sheamus brought his Irish body, but his French spirit showed up to their match. Maybe now they can be friends again. Now that he knows that his place is beneath Rusev's feet. And then Rusev puts the rest of the roster on notice. Then CM Punk came out. He says he's not leaving the ring till Rollins comes out. Out comes Rollins' husband. Says a bunch of bullshit. Rollins comes out, then immediately leaves. Then Seth's husband just starts slapping the shit out of Punk. Then she does this thing where she puts her head or her forehead on his chest too, which was really stupid. Very autistic. And I fucking hate this.
Well, she was pushing Punk around because she knows Punk wasn't going to hit her. You know, had this been like a Randy Orton or something, she would have got
punted.
But yeah, but it's a CM Punk, so it's a different scenario. Well, there was a line that CM Punk. It's like, okay, Punk. So he was talking to Becky Lynch, and he's like, you know, Seth Rollins is hiding behind his goons, and then he's hiding behind Paul Heyman, and now he's hiding behind his wife. And he's like, far be it from me to reduce you to being someone's wife, because you're so much greater than that. It's like, all right.
Jesus Christ.
Just kind of like, why do you have to slip your wokeness into it? You're pumping up women. Oh, you're way more than, I guess because he didn't want to get canceled.
No,
you're way more than his wife.
I believe he believes that shit, unfortunately. He probably had a hard on the entire time. Like, I'm cutting promos with the great Becky Lynch. Oh my God. Probably got her autograph. What?
That's going to come into play later.
Oh, good.
Oh, there's another thing. I missed pointing it out. I just thought it was funny. So when LA Knight came out at the beginning, there was a guy or a girl, I don't know, but they were holding let's just say a fan. They were holding a sign that said, talk, lose, repeat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny.
Poor LA Knight. I felt bad for him too. He's like, I'm tired of walking around here without being champion.
Yeah, it's just like, is he ever going to get his moment?
Well, after that, the Bronze beat Jey Uso and LA Knight somehow. Then Jey gets jumped after the match. Jimmy Uso comes out, and I guess the Usos are back together.
because brand split. But yeah, Jimmy comes out, and you can hear Jay telling him on the camera, "I can't do this alone. I need you."
Gay.
We're setting up for a match.
So after all that bullshit
Now-
about Jay needing to stand on his own 2 feet and how he doesn't need his family, how he's got to do it alone, just got to throw that all away.
Well, this is different.
Pissing that all away.
This is different. It's got the numbers game. Now if we gotta get Solo back in because he's family too. Big brother, low brother.
Yay.
And Rikishi. Now I saw someone suggest, I think it was Russo, Vince Russo. I saw he suggest that the Usos, like, basically they're all being punished. Solo lost his title. The tag team is back together. Jay's lost his singles push. And this is all reverting back to Raja Jackson. And because, that was Rikishi's promotion. So he suggested that they're being punished for that assault. So
that's pretty deep.
Yeah, you got to make those kind of connections to get clicks.
I guess. I don't know if I'd ever make that connection.
Like, yeah. So you see, that was Rikishi's promotion, and WWE wants to distance themselves from anything Rikishi now. So therefore, the Usos, they're getting punished. And then Roman Reigns, he's also part of it, kind of. So he's going to be out too.
Well, if anybody's getting punished, it's LA Knight.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we'll see what he does next.
Will we?
Yeah.
Well, that was Raw. Moving on, we have SmackDown. In all of its glory. We're in Chicago, Illinois. Walkers are Damian Priest and Aleister Black. Black and Priest have a grudge match later. We have Mia Yim, then Julia and her slave. Yim and Julia are fighting for a girl belt. And then, wrapping up the Walkers is Monday Night's Raw's own CM Punk. So that's good. John Cena opens, cuts a heartfelt promo for the city of Chicago. Says he started there and it's his last SmackDown. Then Sami Zayn comes out and he gets booed. Then sucks Cena's dick, so he gets cheered. Then he offers him a U.S. title match because 10 years ago, Cena did the open challenge shit and gave Sami Zayn an opportunity for the U.S. title. And Zayn wants to repay the favor or whatever.
And you also missed the part where Zayn asked John Cena if he can carry on the tradition and basically revamp the open challenge.
There you go.
Which I think is pretty exciting. Well, the potential of it is pretty exciting because the one that John Cena did, there was a lot of, it was a real like anybody can come out type deal. So are they going to actually go that route, or is it just going to be like, oh, this week it's Akira Tozawa? Or are they going to actually like pull people from NXT? If they're in some kind of city, pull someone from TNA, pull someone from Triple I.
I don't know. It'd be interesting though.
Like the door. Yeah, the door's wide open, and if they do it that way, it could be a segment that we're actually. It's like, oh, who's it gonna be this week? Now you just have to stay off social media, obviously, because they'll ruin it. But the dirt sheets, oh, here's Sami Zayn's next 10 opponents in order. here's his next 10 surprise opponents in order.
They would do that.
Yeah. Because coming into SmackDown, we had already, if you went on social media, we had already potentially been spoiled about the big return. Both of them. We can't overlook both of them. Well, I don't know if you call one of them a return. I guess it was a return. I don't know. The surprises for the night, we'll say. They had already been spoiled if you had went on social media.
Well, at the end of the match, Cena hits Sammy with an FU off the top rope, and then out comes Brock Lesnar, who yanks the ref out of the ring like a piece of shit. He F5 Sammy, and then he F5 Cena twice. And then we get Cena and Lesnar scheduled for WrestlePalooza.
Yeah, good on him. Good on that. We already saw that coming down.
Well, Nick Aldis is backstage. Miz and Hayes are asking for a tag title shot. Aldis blows him off. And then Seth's husband from Monday Night Raw pulls up. So that's good.
Well, Hayes is actually asking for a U.S. title shot. He was trying to jump on that open challenge. And then the Miz came through and was like, no, I got us a tag team match instead. So, all right. Yeah.
Well, then we had Aleister Black versus Damian Priest, which was a really good match. A Priest got jumped during his entrance and was all fucked up for the first half of the match. And then Priest ends up getting a second wind. Even Razor's edged Black onto the announce desk. They get back in the ring from that, and Black is begging Priest off. Priest goes to do his choke slam, but Black blocks it by holding on to the referee. And then Black wins with a black mass. So we're probably not done with those.
It's going to be the Sheamus thing, and Sheamus and Rusev thing over again.
Oh, Rusev is the first heel to win in a while.
Yeah.
That's not for, a title. Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton talk shit back and forth. They're going to face each other next week, not at WrestlePalooza. So, good job. Then we get some.
Well, we already have potentially enough matches on WrestlePalooza.
I bet one of them could be bumped for Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton.
Probably, but we don't know what's on the card yet. We only know one. Technically, there's only one match on the card, and that's Vicar and.
Oh,
Evil.
Yeah, definitely bump that one.
Oh, no, wait. And there's Brock Lesnar and John Cena. Forgot about that one.
So there's only two matches. Yeah, you could put fucking Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton on the goddamn show. So we have a girl bullshit backstage. Tiffany Stratton's talking shit about Jade Cargill. Then they cut to Nia Jax talking shit to Jade Cargill's face for some reason. Jade talks shit back. I also skipped the bullshit with Charlotte and Alexa Bliss.
I didn't see any of it.
Julia beat Mia Yim with the Arrivederci. Julia Slave provided a distraction during the match, then went ahead and attacked Yim after the match. And then, nothing happened.
And I didn't see that either. I had to go make a run. So I missed all that.
Well, then Monday Night Raw's Seth Rollins comes out, cuts a promo while he's standing in the crowd. Rollins introduces his husband. His husband comes out, talks a bunch of bullshit. CM Punk interrupts, talks a bunch of bullshit. Seth's husband smacks Punk again, does the forehead to his chest thing again. And then Punk's wife interrupts, and I turned it off. Especially when she got the stupid pop. Like, you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't like how you reacted to that. So that's why I've queued up some of the reaction streamers to show you how to properly react to this moment. So we can start with Hold on. I didn't get the. I think I erased the one I wanted to start with. So let me go find it real quick.
Well, you do that. Give me a second.
Okay.
Give me some peanuts.
All right. Yeah, I found it. Okay, good. So we'll start with that first one.
We're gonna see a bunch of
This
homos pretending to be excited about AJ Lee.
this is how you should properly react to the AJ Lee return. This won't be a clip, of course, as
No, I get
I'm
it.
sure it's going to get us caught.
Oh, fuck you. She gonna cry. Fuck you.
Wait, it's not on the screen.
Oh, it's not? Oh, shit, my bad.
No. There
Let's
we
try
go.
that again.
And I know, and everybody knows, I would never put my hands on a lady.
This is React Streamer Mini Portable,
Thankfully, I got somebody
and
who
I
will.
believe this reaction is up to like 3 million views now or something like that. So
That's the fakest shit I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
see, those are genuine reactions right there. That's how you're supposed
Yeah.
to react to AJ Lee coming back.
I like when they pretend.
I knew we were gonna.
I love when they cry and
Holy
there's not
fuck.
one single fucking
Holy
tear.
fuck.
She's not even wiping away tears.
She
No,
is.
she's not.
Holy fuck!
She doesn't wipe one tears.
Holy fuck!
But there she goes.
See,
There's
there's
one. She pretended.
Okay, and now
Fuck her. I hope she gets hit by
if
a
you go
bus.
to the next one, these are just, I guess people. This person just like went and clipped a lot of
a lot of these
them.
dumbasses.
I don't know. A compilation, as they call it.
Yes! Yes!
Oh my god.
Yes, bro!
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god!
None of these bitches were old enough to be around when AJ was supposed in.
You know, I did have that thought. Like, what were you? You may have been like 5 when she. Like, look at. Oh, there's another crowd.
Oh my
Yeah, a second.
Another fake cry.
This chick right here. What is she, like 16?
Guys, that's too loud.
Oh.
Black parent coming in there.
Wouldn't let him play.
He's got my
And you know, the other part, the other part is them constantly checking back at the camera. Oh my
Yeah, they gotta look
God!
at themselves pretending to cry.
Like they gotta make sure they're in frame. And
I just don't understand what would move you to tears. It's not like she came back from cancer or something. She retired.
she's been gone for 10
So
years.
good. I'm glad.
That's now. Yeah, I don't know. It does seem a little bit of an overreaction.
You don't say.
But these people are like now defending themselves, of course. Like, oh, like I'm just being a fan.
No, you're not.
No, you're trying to get because you know WWE's gonna put it on their little Netflix thing.
Yeah, we all know what you're doing.
You know,
You
or
know
what-
what you're doing.
Yeah,
Stop bullshitting.
when they play their little thing, you're trying to get on TV. Well, guess what? There's like, what is that video? Like 3 minutes? You're all not gonna make TV, so now you just reacted for nothing.
You reacted for my amusement.
Make an ass of yourself, and you're not gonna make it on Netflix. You're not gonna be in the credits because that's what they're going for.
Isn't that more embarrassing?
You
It's
failed.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Disgraceful. You go through all that trouble just to not get featured. Debase yourself
When
in front of
you're
your
trying to.
audience.
Yeah, when you're trying to. Like, I get it if you get featured, like, oh, I mean, I wasn't. I don't know. I don't even know if there's a person that could get that kind of a reaction from me. But some of it is also because the dirt sheet, like I said, so AJ, by Tuesday, they had the fact that she was coming back. You know, the dirt sheets. Oh, AJ Lee is going to be on Friday Night SmackDown. Even WWE Shop, they replied to someone who asked about AJ Lee merch. And then the WWE Shop account's like, oh, yeah, we're excited for her to come back. And we're going to have her merch ready as soon as possible or as soon as Friday. Like they said this in the reply.
Oh, good for them.
So, yeah. So it's already been spoiled. I think Punk was probably my only Punk and Cody Rhodes were like my only two like, holy shit. And that's because I didn't expect it at all. Because WWE actually, it wasn't spoiled. Like no one had it on their bingo card that this was happening. Maybe you thought about it. It's like, oh, it's possible that Punk comes back, but no one knew. It's possible that Cody Rhodes is not leaving AEW, like the company he started. It's just not going to happen. And then, we get to WrestleMania and is wrestling has more than one role. It's like, oh my, oh my God. So yeah, I don't know how it gets spoiled, and then you, I don't know, have this genuine, put that in quotes, reaction.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody that would be warranted a reaction like that. Maybe Big E if he came back.
And they kept it under wraps, yeah. And I'm just thinking, like, yeah, it just makes it, yeah, there's like no, I don't know, larger than life characters left that haven't debuted. Or no, put it in the category of larger than life characters that has been gone for a while that, is due a comeback. Now, everybody's already. So Triple H, he posted a picture with AJ Lee, did his point thing. They already got the video out of her signing a contract. The caption of it said, "You can always come home." Everybody's already making the jump that this was a. I know I'm just using this word because it's like the new word. This was a dog whistle for Sasha Banks. Oh, you can always come home. Oh, that was a message to Sasha Banks. That's what everybody's already making the jump for.
Why would they want her?
Because they just want Sasha Banks back.
But she's
They
devalued
think
herself.
she's failing in AEW.
She's a joke now.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm serious. She's a
You're a
laughing
joke, but you
stock.
got-
She's not. She hasn't like progressed. She hasn't gotten better in the ring. Her promos aren't any better. Her name's not any. The only value that's increased is what Tony Khan has personally given her. Mercedes Moné does not hold more value than Sasha Banks did. But now she's going to come back as Sasha Banks, and everybody is going to know that she was Mercedes Moné, and she sucked.
I think they'll forgive it.
Okay.
I think we'll have people crying on stream. And again, if that's your reaction, that's your reaction. Who am I?
It's not your reaction. You're a fucking phony.
Yeah, who am I to say that? Like, but I do think, how like, how many people are in here? Okay, I can say it. Imagine being their spouse and they're putting on acts like this on camera. So, like, when you're in bed, it's like, is that a real one or is that a fake one? Are you? I know you can put on an act. So, are you acting right now?
Well, that's on him, because if he thinks that that's acting, then he deserves to get faked on.
That's true.
You're convinced by this?
But yeah, that's I didn't even watch the rest of them, but that's actually where I stopped too. Was her. I got the gist at that point. But it also is funny how, like, these reactions are being judged.
Because they're fake. They're obviously fake.
It's like you're just reduced to a reaction. Oh, you didn't react good enough because you're a reactor. Your job is to react, and you didn't do it good enough.
These people are putting
Are
putting reactions of themselves, giving fake reactions to shit, and it's clear as day. And people see through that, and they're going to call you out on it. The internet hates fake.
But they are. I don't know. They might be excited. Are they turning it up? Yes. But they might be genuinely excited.
Come on, you have the guy screaming.
Not everybody.
You got all these girls crying. You got these girls who never even saw AJ Lee. They were just 3 inches in their daddy's pants when AJ Lee was in her prime. And they're gonna act like, oh wow, Legend's coming back. Shut the fuck up.
And that's another thing. How long until everybody jumps off that board? Like, how long until people turn? I mean, AEW fans are already turning on AJ Lee. They were doing it as soon as it was rumored. As soon as Becky Lynch hit that low blow, they already started. But how long until? Because, Nikki Bella's back and she's not getting the best treatment. How long until AJ Lee gets turned on?
First or second pay-per-view.
and she's washed and
She looks washed too.
this, that, and the other.
She was kind of cute, but now she's like, I don't know. She looks like she had a
that's weird.
particular gender surgery.
I don't know. I didn't think she looked too different. She was older. And also, Punk, he was crying too
Yeah, of course he is.
at the end. It's like, man, I wonder what that feels like to have someone you're so proud of. It brings you to tears.
I guess that's what happened.
Like, oh man,
That's what happens when you have nothing. It's when you're a loser in your mama's basement.
Yeah. But yeah, there's that. That is the AJ Lee genuine reactions from
Totally
everybody.
100% authentic. Did you go away?
No. There was more to the show, right?
No, we're done.
Or was that it? Oh. I thought that was... Oh, yeah, that was the main event segment. I got confused because... Yeah, because on Raw, that wasn't the main event segment. So that's just Friday Night SmackDown. Which brings us into some news stories before we jump on out of here. And we're going to start with... Let's start with the oldest news first and then work our way to the newer news. And we start with Rhea Ripley. So Rhea Ripley, as you know, WWE was in Paris for Clash of Paris. And Rhea Ripley was attacked by some fans going to her car. The video broke out and it became quite apparent like this is getting out of control. So let's play the footage of what happens to Rhea Ripley. Now remember, she is on her way to Uber, and this is the fans. I don't know. They found her.
Mami Rhea!
Comme il n'y a pas de sécurité.
And there you have it. So, as you can see there, she was completely mobbed by those fans. So the one guy was even leaning up against the door so she couldn't get in. It reminds me of like...
Hold on. Go ahead, keep talking.
I was just going to say, it reminds me of like when you try to close the door and someone wedges their foot in it.
I didn't see them actually holding the door.
See, look at the guy in the black backpack.
He's not holding the
he's
door.
leaning
He's
against the door and
he's
nothing
just
can
doing
get
the selfie lean.
But she can't get in the car now.
I mean, yeah, I get. Okay, yeah, he is blocking the door, but he's not intentionally blocking the door. I don't think. He's not like, putting his elbow. What are you doing, bitch? This guy, for some reason, bugs me the most. Hold on.
Which one?
This guy right here. He just... Where the fuck?
What is he reaching for?
He's taking a selfie.
Oh, he's taking a selfie.
But he just...
No, I thought the hand was his, and I'm like, what is he reaching? Is this black guy his hand? But he's pushing the other guy out the way.
But yeah, he takes this... takes the selfie and just walks away like a little Fucking idiot.
Well, he got what he
This is
needed.
weird.
So, yes, this moment happened. Much so that Rhea Ripley had to go onto her Twitter X account the next day and put out a tweet about the whole scenario. And she wrote, where'd it go? Sorry, I just left the screen. Did I not get it?
No.
Hold on. I know I got it. I just don't know where. Maybe I didn't paste it. Hold on.
Is it bookmarked?
Oh, yeah, that's what happened. I bookmarked it and didn't paste it into the doc. I got it now.
Oh, I do too.
Well, be careful putting those bookmarks. There's a bookmark in there. Yeah, there's an explanation to it, but it's kind of sus. Out of context, it's kind of sus. So, but it does have an explanation to why it's there. I'll bring it up in a minute. Maybe get copyright for that too. But anyway, so yeah, so this sparked Rhea Ripley to put out on her X account. Remember, we are people. Do not swarm me or anyone like a pack of rabid zombies. No one should ever be pushed up against an Uber driver's door and completely mobbed like I just experienced. Use common sense and humanity. No means no. What the fuck?
I thought they were pretty tame. Like they weren't shouting. All they did was just take pictures. Yeah, it was annoying. And why is Rhea Ripley always getting in this position? How come no other? I mean, all the other women are getting potentially attempted murdered, but with the stalking shit. But why is she the only one that gets mobbed? Why is she always in this position?
And that brings the question. Why is she always in this position? Like, does she not recognize? First of all, this guy is doing Uber in a Lexus. Like, yeah, what are you doing? I guess he's the one of those premium
We're in
drivers.
France.
Like that too. Like you're using a Lexus for an Uber shift.
They're
Come
in
on
France.
now. They're not that expensive there.
I don't think so.
Well, there's this guy that DoorDashes in a Tesla, so it's not too uncommon. And then one guy who does it in a BMW. It's like, I don't know, man. That's probably want to get another car if you're going to be door dashing. get you a beater, because if you're doing a lot of door dashing, you know, it ain't going to be. Anyway, that's completely sidetracked. Point of the matter is, why does this keep happening to Rhea Ripley? Is it time for maybe the billion-dollar company who brags about highest gate every other week? Is it time for them to maybe get security for these talents to escort them to the car? Or maybe the talent who, boast about, well, they don't really boast about it, but it comes out that they sign these multi-million-dollar contracts. Maybe it's time that they pay for some security to escort them to and from the arena.
Well, if they did that, they couldn't post it on Twitter that how much of a victim that they are.
Well, yeah, they wouldn't have to, because they wouldn't get.
Because that seems to be what Rhea likes to do. She likes to play the victim and get the ass pats. Now, am I saying it's okay for people to just wait outside while she's waiting for an Uber and shit? No, but if I go to the south side of Chicago, I can't be upset if I get mugged. At some point, you got to not put yourself in positions like that. Don't go in an Uber that's across the street on a public fucking street.
Well, that could be on the Uber
Meet
too.
in the back alley. No, you
Or
tell Rhea Ripley. She's always doing this shit. She's always talking about how she's mobbed at airports. She's always talking about how fans won't leave her alone. That you had that one guy that showed up at her house. Yeah, that's creepy shit. I can understand why she's spooked. So why the fuck are you not telling the Uber to meet her behind the hotel or in a back alley? Anything. Why is she putting herself in a position where she's walking across the street in France across all these motherfuckers? And you know she saw them before she even left the building. So she just wants to, for some reason, she just wants to be the victim.
Well, it does seem also like it's getting worse and worse.
I get that. And I get the stalking shit's no joke, especially that motherfucker that had the gun and Sonya Deville's good motherfucker, or the guy that went after Sonya Deville.
Who just wanted to talk with weapons.
I get there's a genuine concern, and there should be some sort of security protocol.
Hold on, that guy tripped me out when he said, "Oh, you had like a what they say? You had like a tire iron and you had rope and all this shit in your car." Well, I mean, she is an MMA fighter. I need to protect myself. Like you're freaking breaking into their house and you're talking about protecting.
Hey, that's
yourself.
an honest answer, though.
Yeah. It's just funny. It's like, oh, you're concerned about your safety. You're breaking into her house. Like, don't break into your house and you don't have to worry about the safety.
I don't know. It sucks that they have to do this, but I think at the same time you need to be a little smarter.
Yeah, she kind of needs to recognize that this is just where WWE is now. Especially like you're going to France or Paris here, where they're just starved for wrestling. So, you get around your superstars. Of course, you're going to try to get a selfie. Not that I'm excusing this in any way.
No.
And also, like, get a life, all of you. I mean, there's some kids there. That's okay. Like that little kid's dragging his dad.
Well, that's on the dad.
But you got like, I mean, I guess they're all kind of young.
I think if you're at the point where you're waiting outside of somebody's hotel, you need to reevaluate shit. Especially Rhea Ripley. It's not like it's Meryl Streep. It's not like it's Beyonce.
Yeah, and maybe that's part of her thought process. Like, I'm not Beyonce. I'm not Taylor Swift. I'm not Michael Jackson. Like, do I really need an escort? But yes, you do.
Clearly.
I mean, if you don't want to get attacked by people like that, then yeah, you need an escort. I mean, I saw Speed. It was just a streamer. Well, he's more than that, but you get the point here. He got attacked. He got mobbed. So, just living. Maybe I should start getting a police escort everywhere.
And I've seen the reactions, like the condemning the fans, and they should be condemned. But I don't know. I don't think there's enough culpability on Rhea's side.
Yeah, she needs to be a little bit better at protecting herself. She needs to recognize you are the top woman in the company right now. And WWE is just, I don't know, they see you as a celebrity.
And I get that.
Like you're the most.
I get that, you shouldn't have to be going through this, and fans should be more respectful and stuff, but you know that they're not, and you know that you will go through this. So the
Yes.
best thing that you can do is protect yourself.
I remember this was a long time ago. The one time I went to a Monday Night Raw, and we found out like where the talent were arriving. So we went over there to see the talent arrive, but there's like this big ass fence where you couldn't get in. All you can do is stand at that fence and yell, and then if they come over, they come over. But it wasn't just like open access like this. Now, did she leave the arena and cross the street? I don't know, but you weren't doing like unless you climbed the fence. You weren't, and there were it was a chain link fence, but at the top there was like it wasn't barbed wire, but it was something that can get you. Like climb at your own risk. So there's that too, but maybe that's just how they used to be.
I don't know. I don't know why you would be walking alone by yourself in another country anyway.
Well, we don't know how far that is from the arena. Maybe it's just like I don't know. Maybe it's like 10 feet, 20 feet. She just says, "Oh, I can just walk it."
I don't know.
But then you have to recognize that this might happen.
If there was like some sort of stalker epidemic with my occupation, I think I would at least walk with a buddy. You don't have to go the security route, but just walk with a buddy.
Yeah, and there's people who are already taking measures. Roxanne, there was a video a few days later where Roxanne Perez, she was walking to her car with a security escort.
There you go.
And then, what was it? It was a few weeks back that I mentioned the Tiffany Stratton was getting
Escorted
by the MFTs and Jacob Fatu. Remember when I pointed out that they're getting a little too
chummy?
chummy?
Yeah.
So she was getting escorted by the talent.
Do you think
so?
If the meet and greet shit wasn't so goddamn expensive, that there'd be an issue with this?
No. Well, maybe not to that point, but I'm sure it'll still be an issue.
Like, I guess they give a lot of access, but the access that they give is at a cost. And that's not a cost that, not everybody can afford. Now, I know you're always going to have the loons. There's nothing you can do about some guy that's going to have rope in his van. That's a different category altogether. But the motherfucker that's going to...
That guy's cooked.
The guy that's going to stand for hours at an end waiting for you to get to your Uber, can that be avoided if the meet and greet shit wasn't so expensive?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it's all just crazy. But Rhea Ripley should probably think about security.
If it's that, I mean, she's always she's always, complaining about this stuff. She's always posting about how, don't leave me alone. Only pay for my merchandise. Don't interact with me at all. So if it happens that much and it's that much of an issue for her, get security or work it into your contract to where WWE furnishes security.
Yeah, I don't see how big of a deal. Again, this is a company who posts, every week they're talking about how high of a gate they got, how much money they're making. That's all they seem to brag about is how much money.
If they can do tour buses, they can do security.
Yeah. You don't even need that many. You need just like what, 2 people?
One big black guy.
That too. Yeah, one guy. This is big enough. One guy. No one's gonna take their chances.
You need one big fat black guy that never smiles. And he's got a cute little name like Cubby.
And you know those security guard people, they always want you to mess up. Like they're begging for you to mess up so they can rough you up. Or that's the few security guards I know. They're always like, "Oh man, please do something. I want you to do something."
I don't know. It might be
Is it
harsh,
good?
but I just think she needs to do better.
Yeah, I think it's time she takes a little bit. She takes some measures to actually stop this from happening or prevent it, or
Because yeah, otherwise it looks like she just likes the attention.
and it could be that she could like
I
the
think she does.
attention, but then like the attention. Well, I'm saying if you're gonna like the attention, like the attention.
No,
Like,
she likes
then stop.
she likes the attention she gets from being the victim.
Oh,
Like, oh, look at this swarm of people. And first of all, I mean, they were pretty tame. They weren't shouting at her. They weren't like, you know, they didn't have their hands all over her. Yeah, they surrounded her and they made it impossible for her to get in their car, and that's not cool. But I don't know. It wasn't a mob. Like when I saw this, I wasn't like concerned for Rhea. I wasn't concerned for her safety. I'm just like, man, that's really fucking annoying.
yeah, I was probably there too. Like, I don't expect anybody to try anything, but
Yeah, they're just calmly walking with her, taking
just-
pictures. It's not like the Beatles where the girls are shouting at them and trying to rip their clothes off and shit.
and they did have security.
Yeah, they had the police.
And that security, Michael Jackson, he had security and they didn't do shit. Like, I remember, yeah, they're breaking down the little barriers that the police have. Like, I gotta get to them anyway. They got I love when he like this being like Michael Jackson and the Beatles when they touch the person and they faint. That's always the best.
I don't know. That to me, that's being mobbed. That was just a bunch of polite people wanting to take inconvenient pictures.
Yeah. Well, I don't think anybody could be on that. Like the musician thing, that puts you on a different stratosphere of mob.
No, because if I mean, if it was Hogan,
Because well,
Flair, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold,
Michaels would ever get,
Rock,
like, that type of reaction.
Foley probably would get a reaction like that.
Well, it's just gonna go worse for her. So
If she keeps drawing attention to it. She doesn't do anything about it. I don't know.
and that's the moral of the story. You need to draw attention to it, or not draw attention to it. You need to take your measures. Maybe protect yourself instead of just.
That's what I'm saying. If you
Complain.
if you have somebody showing up at your house, if you have that crazy of a fan base, why are you walking alone?
Yeah, that should be like cause for like okay. And who's to say that that stalker person is not in one of these mobs?
And you heard her.
So you have to protect yourself at all
And you
times.
heard her. She was like, "Oh no!" It was like it was a mild. She was annoyed. It wasn't like she didn't sound panicked. She's not walking any faster. She's not rushing to her car. I don't know.
She didn't turn around either.
No, I mean she clearly just wants to get the fuck out of there.
True.
But she's not telling him like, "Hey, get the fuck away. Can I just go? Leave me alone."
Well, that was the point of the tweet.
She said after the fact.
keep doing this. Well, there was another tweet. She said, like, if you don't start treating me like a human, I'm gonna turn into Rhea Ripley or something like that.
Oh, whatever.
Saying she's gonna fight back, but
Fight back what? They weren't fighting her to begin with. At least that one.
or she's gonna start being rude about it. I guess is what.
Then be rude. I don't know.
But yes, that is the latest on that. Let us know what you think of it in the comments below, and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button while you're down there.
Should get some interesting comments. Did you freeze? Oh, you did freeze.
Helms found, this is not a clip, but Hurricane Helms found the greatest women's wrestling match in history.
Wait, whoa. You just started talking.
Oh, I was just saying, before we do that, Hurricane Helms, he found the greatest, maybe the greatest women's wrestling match in history. So I just want to play that real quick.
Fine shit, I like fine shit around me too. Rich bitch, really living life without no rules. No nigga ever was able to tell me what I can't do. Big spice, ain't never worried about how another hoe move. I got that, she got that, yeah. I got that, he want that, yeah. He need that, bitch throw that, yeah. A bitch like me walking, I'm turning heads, they like, yeah. He like ice keep on
So
doing.
apparently that is, so he posted, Hurricane Helms, he posted like, hey, who produced this match? Next time call me, I can help you out. And that's what he was reacting to. Apparently this was a song by Lato and Ice Spice.
Oh.
And it is called Got. And
They got me.
So yeah, they're in the wrestling ring here, and
Who the fuck is Ice Spice related to?
I don't know. Is she related to someone?
I believe so. She's somebody's daughter, I believe.
Daughter?
Yeah. Or maybe not. I guess not. She's bi.
But yeah, I just thought that was funny because it's like, hey, if you need a producer for your match next time.
Yeah, I don't blame him. He shot his shot.
Yeah, because I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And then I saw it. I was like, what the hell?
If you need a referee, I got you.
But on that note, we move on. Let's talk a little bit of AEW. So AEW, they have outsmarted WWE once again because they did a little press conference this week, and they made two announcements. First announcement was that, so initially WWE, they were counter booking AEW, and they moved a WrestlePalooza pay-per-view show to go head to head against AEW. So AEW, they announced this week that they are moving their show, which is going to be All Out. They're moving it to an earlier time slot. They're moving it to the afternoon, to 3 p.m. Eastern time, to be specific. So yeah, they've outsmarted WWE because WWE was trying to go head to head with them, and now they are going to be at an earlier time slot. Or did AEW run from this ass whooping, as you would say.
Who's their main event?
We don't know yet. So the speculation is Edge and Christian versus FTR.
Oh, then yeah, they're running.
You think they're running? I think
That-
yes. I mean, obviously they are running, but I think it is also, honestly, it's smart business by Tony Khan.
Oh
Here
yeah,
you got-
absolutely.
Here you got WWE. They're moving into your show. They're trying to step on your toes, and yeah, you can try to go head to head. You can bring the best card, but at the end of the day, it's AEW and WWE. They're on two different playing fields, so you're gonna get crushed. So it's just smart business to move it to an earlier time.
That way people can watch both.
You would think that, but with the length of the AEW shows, usually, I don't know if that's gonna. So let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they'll be done about 8 o'clock, maybe 9.
Oh.
You can get to the main event, so you still get to see AJ Lee in all her glory in the main event.
She ain't gonna be in the main event.
You don't think so?
No, it's gonna be Lesnar and Cena.
I don't know. Because that was Cena's last SmackDown.
Yep. This will be his last WrestlePalooza. How can he not main event?
Well, just from the fact alone that him and Lesnar aren't going to be on TV until WrestlePalooza. So what are they? How are they going to build that as the main event if they're not even there?
They'll find a way.
Fair enough.
It's Cena, Brock Lesnar. They'll do some hype video of their legendary rivalry throughout the years. And boom.
Oops. Fair enough. Well, then you'll be able to see Lesnar versus Cena as your main event. Just a second. What the hell happened? Okay. You'll be able to see Cena and Lesnar as your main event, and then maybe watch the rest of the show on the back end. But that's not the only thing that they announced for this pay-per-view. And this part, I think, is going to be a big fail. So they also announced that starting with this pay-per-view, this being back to AEW, that there is going to be the ability to purchase the show through HBO at a price of $39.99.
Okay.
So basically, yes, that's a $10 discount, but then you have to calculate the price of Max, which is also, I believe, it's $10 for the base, like with ads. So there you go.
That's a $10 increase, isn't it? Because I thought ESPN was $30.
AEW is going to be $40.
Okay, so WWE is the $10 discount.
No, I'm saying what they're saying is you get a $10 discount if you order it, because usually their pay-per-views are $50, $49.99.
Okay.
But if you order it through HBO, it's going to be $39.99.
I see.
So there's the $10 discount. However, you still have to pay for the streaming service of HBO. So and that's what I was saying. I believe that's $10. So that kind of where's the discount?
Yeah. Well, even still, it's shit. It's more than $9.99. I don't think there's much of a discount anyway.
Yeah. So with ads, it's $9.99. So $9.99 plus $39.99, which puts you right back at where you were to begin with.
Yeah. And it's all for shit. It's not even good wrestling.
Well, some people enjoy AEW. So it still doesn't seem to make sense. It seems, going back to the VPN world, it seems like VPN plus Triller TV is the way to go, as that is $25 on Triller, and then you just have your VPN. Some people pay for it, some people don't. I got a free one. I don't know if it works, but well, I'm gonna find out in a few weeks. It works for what I need it for right now, but I don't know if it works for the streaming.
It should.
So yeah, that's going to be the scenario there. So, and this comes from Cage Side's News. I'll go ahead and read the article here just to give all the context. As expected, AEW and their media rights partner Warner Brothers Discovery announced today, which is September the 3rd, that the promotion's pay-per-view event will now be available to purchase on the HBO Max streaming service, where AEW television programs are simulcast each week. The move was promised when AEW and Warner Brothers announced their renewal. And yeah, it begins September 20th. AEW and Warner Brothers had promised that they would offer the shows at a discounted price per event, and at $39.99, they technically are cheaper on HBO Max than they have historically been through services on other platforms at $49.99. But you also have to subscribe to HBO Max, so that's another $10, and that's for the ad-supported version. So your monthly outlay will pretty much be the same. It should be noted there's other things on HBO Max, not just not just wrestling. It's kind of like the Peacock thing too. It's like there's other things on there. Just because you choose to only use it for wrestling, that's on you.
Right.
Like right now I'm watching well, I'm in full like what do they call it, spooky season.
Okay.
So I'm watching like horror shit already on Peacock because I already got it. I might as well use it. So I watched Halloween already.
Classic.
Yeah. There was this movie and I hated it. And I don't recommend anybody watching it. It's called The Woman in the Yard or something like that. It's on Peacock. Yeah, The Woman in the Yard. Woman in the Yard. I watched that. Not a good movie.
That just sounds awful.
Well, here's the thing. They did the trailer, and the trailer looks so damn good. Unfortunately, the trailer was it's like a WWE video package where they do the trailer. The video package is so much better than the actual feud. And that's what we have here. So yeah, I watched that. Ended up being crap. But yeah, so all that to say is, yes, there are other things on the service. You don't just have to use it for wrestling. With HBO, you got like the DC movie library. You have
The Sopranos.
The Sopranos. I believe
Boardwalk Empire.
Curb Your Enthusiasm is there still. It was there. I don't know if it's still there. I never got to see the final seasons. Kind of got weird after he got divorced.
Yeah,
But yeah, so there you go. All in all, even though they do have other stuff on the platform, if you are just getting it for wrestling, I think it's kind of a no. The fact that the discount is not really a discount because you still have to pay for the service.
right. Well,
Like-
there's still going to be people gullible enough to think that they're saving money, though.
True. I guess you do get everything, so there's that. I don't know. But that's the AEW news. They outsmarted and to bring it home, I don't know if I said it or not. I do think it was the best thing that they could do, given that WWE tried to, squash them. They could have stand 10 toes down and not been a coward, and and we're just gonna put on the best show and then get squashed. But the better option was to move to an earlier time. And yeah, you look like a coward, but the old saying, it's better to be a live coward than a dead hero.
Yeah. I think they'll be all right.
They will be all right. And if they stay at the earlier times, that is good for them because, yeah, like I said, their events are so damn long. It going on earlier is actually for the better because, like I said, now you're done at 8 o'clock, which is much better than midnight.
Where's their
Here.
show at?
It's in Toronto.
Okay.
So Edge and Christian reunited in Toronto versus AJ Lee
FTR.
and FTR.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of, yeah. There you go. Now we move on to our last story, and boy, is it a crazy one. So we have Matt Riddle. He no-shows this charity event, and my apologies, I didn't get the beginning of it, so I'm noticing that now. So we're gonna get that now. Just a second.
How about that Ice Spice?
Yeah.
She makes my pee pee go doing doing doing. What the hell?
So we're gonna start there. Yeah, here's sports.
Fine shit, I like fine shit around me too. Rich bitch, really living life without no rules. No nigga ever was able to tell me what I can't do. Big spice, ain't never worried about how another hoe move. Gah.
Sorry.
It's actually a pretty catchy little tune there too.
Oh, there's a tune? I didn't even notice. Oh, there's
Okay,
two
so we
moves
go
on
to-
her big ass hips and her peanut butter skin.
Yeah, he's still getting flack for that too.
Yeah, no. I knew it. You can't say peanut butter skin. He said it over and over again too.
Yeah,
He didn't just drop it once. He loved that term. And yeah.
yeah, her big rack and her peanut butter skin. Like, whoa. So yeah, we go to Yahoo Sports here. So the scenario says Global Wrestling Kingdom has issued a public statement on the viral Matt Riddle situation. Former WWE star Matt Riddle. This is just to get you brought up to the clip here. Former WWE star Matt Riddle is once again making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Cultaholic has previously reported that Matt Riddle no-showed and ripped off a pro wrestling charity event last week. The original Bro was supposed to wrestle Simon Miller at Al Snow's Global Wrestling Kingdom. The reporter further noted that Matt Riddle expressed concerns about his fight, claimed it was cheap, and his unhappiness about the hotel room in Barnsley for 2 days. PWI Insider stated in a follow-up reported that Riddle competed for BRC Wrestling, Boca Raton Championship Wrestling, on the same date, and this was being August 31st. Now, Riddle, he did react to this, but we're going to play that reaction in a minute here. But to add a little bit more context here, it says GWK issued a statement in a Facebook post. Who goes to Facebook? GWK shared their version of the controversy, noting that Matt Riddle's fights were approved and booked by his manager back in April. The promotion also referenced Riddle's request to get booked for seminars, noting that a promoter in Paris had initially agreed to book Riddle before backing out. However, GWK also said that Riddle has paid back the deposit and promises to reimburse them for all expenses, which is, I guess you can say that's a stand-up move there. And we can hear Matt Riddle's side of the story here. There's multiple clips to this, so I didn't get the first of it. Just know the first of it wasn't good for him because he apparently got canceled for something he said in it. But I got the second part of it. He was asked about it again. Now he's sitting down with the TMZ Inside the Ropes or something.
Inside the Ring.
Inside the Ring, which is like their new podcast thing. So he's sitting with them. He's going to have this, or they asked him about it. So it's like, unfortunately, this is going to be like 4 minutes long. We can pause it here and there to do the YouTube thing. So at the if you go to the beginning, the 13-minute one is going to be for later.
I said it when I was in the UFC, and I'll say it again. They're a bunch of buttered tooth Brits, and they're bitches. They need to get some sunlight. I don't know what the deal is.
This is TMZ Inside.
And we've got a special guest on today. We had him on before.
Sorry.
Are we just interested in Riddle?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead. Oh, there we go.
Happening right now. This
Happening
is breaking.
right now. This is breaking. We got him on the phone. He's here with
And
us.
I'll tell you,
He's going to talk all about it. Matt Riddle, welcome.
thank you, guys. I'm praying for all these hoes. You know, I'm really, I'll be honest, dude. I do my job. I'm good at my job. And honestly, I'm still one of the most worked booked person in the world of sports entertainment, professional wrestling.
Right.
And then when
Who the fuck dips in 2025?
My girlfriend had an arrangement with this company, GWK, Global Wrestling Kingdom. And I'll be honest, dude, I see companies like this in the UK all the time. These guys rented an arena. They didn't even sell 150 tickets. It's just, the last one was 5-star wrestling, and there's been many in between. And I'm not knocking them. They're trying to do the thing, but this is garbage, dude. And if they actually asked me for the money, which They didn't until later yesterday, and then I woke up this morning to a bunch of death threats and people
way.
Wait, you're getting death threats over this?
The death threats. How dare you fucking scam?
Where are these motherfuckers always bitch about death? That's what they always go to. I'm getting death threats.
Well, I was on the other side. It's always the death threats. Don't you think you might be belittling the death threat if everybody starts to get it? It's like, have you pissed anybody off if you haven't gotten the death threats in yet?
How serious can you take the death threat? He's still alive.
Oh, you got to take it some kind of serious. Yes, you were talking about Rampage. He's talking about getting death threats. He's like, I got to take it all serious. Someone runs up on me. I don't know if they're cashing in on that death threat or not.
A charity. I'm like, dog. 4 months ago, this wasn't a charity event. 3 months ago, it wasn't a charity event. This week was the first time I got a message saying, "What, you're gonna do this to a charity event?" And I'm like,
so it was last minute. It's very last minute that they added this at the end.
Hey, I'm doing Make-A-Wish in a couple weeks. I do charity events. I do multiple charity events where I don't get paid a dime. But I'll tell you this, I'm not.
Why does he still have his fingernails painted? He's not wrestling anymore.
It's a coping mechanism, I hear. I don't know.
Flying to London in a middle seat with no meal, with no checked bag. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea.
That's terrible. That's terrible. That is awful.
I don't even know how it's legal. The only company that used to do that back in the day was Icelandic Air, but that's because you stop in Iceland before you go to England. So it's kind of like, you stopped. You can buy food there. You didn't need it on the plane. But dude, if you're crossing the sea, they're supposed to give you a meal, and usually you check a bag. You're going overseas. But they got this budget airline, whatever. That was only this much of it. I didn't really care. I was like, I'm still gonna go do my thing. But the biggest concern was they flew me out Thursday, or they said this 4 months ago, and I was like, okay. And I go, what am I doing Friday, Saturday? And they go, meet and greets and shows. We'll get you seminars. You'll make money. Like, boom. And I'm like, cool. I do seminars all the time. I'm teaching Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tonight at Riddle's Jiu-Jitsu. I'm a world-class black belt.
So far, he's talking a million miles a minute. So if you didn't get it, so far he stated that they booked him a middle seat flying overseas. So poor
bastards.
Poor traveling arrangements. They were flying him out early, so there was going to be days. God. Yeah, they were flying him out Thursday when
instead
the event
of
was
last minute when he'd have to rush.
Well, yeah, he's basically saying, what am I going to do for those 3 days or 2 days until the actual event? Like,
you're rich. Can't you fucking figure something out? What's the issue?
I guess maybe his issue is like, I could be, getting booked in those 3 days. Like.
Well, they said they had other shit lined up for him, didn't they?
Yes, he did say that. But, he also said, he's the most booked indie wrestler.
Is that why he's doing Al Snow's little promotion that he says couldn't sell 150 tickets?
I guess so.
Okay.
It's kind of sad. With Al Snow's name behind it, you'd think they'd be able to do a little bit better than that. But it is in the UK. So there's that. I'm learning so much about like the indie the indie wrestling life. Just with the Raja Jackson thing and now this thing. It's like, first of all, I didn't know that there was so much indie promotions. I thought there was like a couple.
No, there's quite a bit.
Yeah, there's like a million.
And there's some unofficial ones too. Like there's some that you can't even find like websites for.
Yeah. And then you got the ones that just have a Facebook page.
Yeah.
Which is like, first of all,
that's that wrestling promotion we were talking about last week. They just had a Facebook page.
Yeah. Like, first of all, who's handling your social media? That's the first step. You need to be getting out clips. You're not even clipping your promotion, and you're just on Facebook, which is like, well, I guess it's good. I don't know. I don't do Facebook because I just don't. People would say we should be on Facebook, but it's like, no, I don't want my real people knowing.
So we'd have another platform not to post on.
Yeah. But so yeah, there's that. So yeah, travel arrangements, he said, were bad. And
it sounds like he said that they changed it to a charity at the last minute.
Yeah, he's claiming, yeah, it just turned into a charity. When they initially got booked, it wasn't a charity.
Which I don't know how that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, I legit don't know how that happens. I don't know if that's like something that's common or if one of them's bullshitting. Because clearly one of them is off. Or they're, smearing the other one to make the other one not look as bad.
Yeah, but as it was reported in that article, looks like they are smoothing things over. Matt Riddle is paying them back, or he's paid them back, which is a noble thing. It was a deposit for his time, so usually you don't get deposits back. Now, there's the refundable and non-refundable, but technically that was the article said, he showed up on a show that same day. So technically that was supposed to be for him to not book another show. So you're paying the deposit so that he doesn't book another show. Again, the article said he did it. He did show up on an event. So apparently he didn't honor that. But yeah, I think it's kind of a noble thing that he paid them the deposit back.
Well, he had to. He was getting pressured into it.
True. And he was getting his death threats.
Well, not even that. He's losing the public opinion shit. And as a wrestler, somebody that relies on public opinion for your paycheck.
True. So yeah, good for him. It does seem like he's smoothing things over. But unfortunately, he kept talking. And then he stuck his foot in his mouth again. So if we now jump to... So he was talking about that. So now if we jump forward to 1350, I believe is the timestamp there. They asked him about his beef with CM Punk. And this is where he sticks his foot in his mouth even further. Well, not even further. He just... Yeah. We'll just let him tell you.
It sounds like it wasn't going well to begin with.
Well, it sounds like you've been in the news for a while. People have a bad taste in their mouth about some things you said recently. You came on the podcast, you said these things.
Well, let's be honest. Did I lie? CM Punk's a bitch. He can't beat me in a fight if he wants to step up. He can meet me in a bare knuckle boxing fight. He can meet me in an MMA cage. Whatever, dude. It doesn't matter.
How do you feel about AJ? She's coming around pretty soon. His wife.
I know.
Well, AJ, I had no problems with her. She never stepped into. I mean, to be fair, and I'm not one to talk. I'm a little snooty myself, but she did go get around, from what I heard. But no disrespect to that.
Oh
boy. Hey, it's whatever. People like to hook up, and if that's the worst thing you did, whatever, dude. I've done it too. But yeah, no ill will towards anybody.
Wait, she got a ring.
She got around. He's calling
her home. I see.
else. I had no ill will towards CM Punk. I bet he's a nice enough guy and you agree with it. But I don't, And I think he's fake and I think he's a creep. And that's coming from me. And people think I'm
a creep.
I
You said
haven't done anything wrong.
How is CM Punk a creep?
I don't know. I feel like he's just lingering around the NXT locker room a little too much.
Well, because there's a lot of things about him. He has like Cora Jade as like his daughter and everything, and everybody he kind of oversees. I don't know.
He's become a mentor in NXT.
He's become a mentor in NXT, so I can kind of.
That's one way of putting it.
Oh boy.
Yeah. You would know more than we do.
Hey,
sorry, we're off topic here.
Okay.
Whatever, dude. I don't care. I didn't come on here to talk about CM Punk.
Yeah, sorry.
About these other,
these
other bitch ass.
So CM Punk's a horn dog.
So I don't know. I don't know many people that I've said. I mean, I don't have a beef with them. They're a bitch, though.
We could meet in a bare knuckle boxing fight, but he's cool.
Yeah, he's a bitch and he can't beat me up in real life, but he's cool.
I don't have any problems with her, but she's a whore
who just so happens to be the wife of the person you just called a bitch that can't beat you in a real fight. So it sounds like you're being a little petty there.
Just a bit.
Like, there's not one person that's like, no, I'm cool with him. I mean, I can beat it. He's a bitch, though. I can beat his ass.
He's a bitch and his wife's a whore.
But he's cool, though.
We could go have a beer.
But yeah, that's what got. That's what I said. He stuck his foot in his mouth even further.
Did CM Punk ever respond?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, he's not going to challenge him to a fight.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong. Well, not the AJ thing. Not the AJ thing. He's not wrong with the fight thing.
You think CM Punk's a bitch?
No, he obviously could take CM Punk in a fight.
Oh, yeah.
Like, from what I haven't seen him in a while. Like, I've seen maybe one fight from Riddle.
Mm-hmm.
But he won it. Punk didn't.
He didn't win either of his 2 fights.
Yeah.
And the second fight, the guy was toying with him.
Yeah. And he pissed Dana White off so bad. He said he's never going to wrestle. He's never going to be in the UFC ring again.
Yeah. Neither one of them.
Like, he pissed him off. Like, he did it to himself, though. He had, like, the documentary and all that.
Yeah, that was the downfall. I remember watching that, and all he did was block a kick. And then they put him on their shoulders. Like, oh, man. That's when it started to sink in. Like, my spidey senses.
Like, uh-oh, is he about to get his ass whooped?
Yeah. I'm like, oh, man, I don't think this is going to end well. Because he talked a big game. He was like, I'm training. You know, I'm not going to go in there and automatically challenge Nate Diaz, which I thought was cool. And then he challenged nobodies, and he wasn't even close.
Yeah. Maybe it's a little bit Dana White's fault. Like, come on now, let's lower the competition a little bit.
You did?
No, lower than that. Obviously, it was too high of competition. You can get that bar way down there. Maybe someone who's a little bit like mentally off, like not all there. Maybe someone who's like that. Maybe someone who has a disability.
Well, I think Dana White capitalized on CM Punk's name and then tossed him aside when he had no value.
He sure did. He sure did. But yeah, that was so uncalled for.
He's a bitch.
And then
his wife's a whore.
Yeah.
But he's cool.
Throw the shade at AJ Lee, calling her a whore. And again, I don't know. just seems petty and uncalled for. But yeah, he's getting a lot of backlash from all this stuff. He's just running his mouth. It wasn't in this interview. It was in another interview he did, but he mentioned something about people are stupid for believing like the Me Too stuff. And all in all, what it's done has gotten him canceled. So he was going to do this event with SuperCon, and they got him taken off of that. They released a statement basically saying
he's a shithead.
Yeah, he didn't align with our views, so we're going to take him off of our event. So he is getting canceled, and now I'm sure he's going to get more death threats because he's going after AJ Lee and CM Punk. More so AJ Lee. Like, I get, like, you got a problem with CM Punk. You could probably, you both being men, you could probably handle that. I saw someone suggest, like, and obviously Punk would never do this, but, you know, they could get in the Real American Freestyle.
Well, yeah, why not?
Handle it there, or they could do like a boxing event. But, you know, Punk's not going to do that because now he's in WWE. And there has to be a little bit of, like, if Punk were to do that and then lose, you know, it's going to tarnish his WWE run because now they know.
They know what?
He can't fight.
They already know he can't fight. CM Punk losing another fight right now would not do anything.
I don't think people. Yes, I think if
CM Punk were to fight right now, nobody would give a shit. They would just assume he'd get his ass whooped because he did so bad those first two fights. And if CM Punk were to ever schedule a fight with Matt Riddle, I don't see anybody. They would buy it because they know Matt Riddle is going to mop the floor with him.
Yeah, as much of a fuckhead he is a good fighter, from what I've seen. Now, I would like to see someone though take him up on his offer, you know, because he calls out like, or there was a thing about Goldberg. He thought he could beat Goldberg. Now Goldberg's 60, so Roman Reigns, he thinks he could beat up Roman Reigns. CM Punk. So there's just a list of people he has this like, oh, I can beat their ass in real life.
Yeah.
And
yeah, Roman should jump on it. It's his yard. Come on, Roman.
He could. He's going to call out somebody, and they're going to take him up on it.
Yeah, he's probably going to beat their ass.
He's going to prove himself right.
Yeah, somebody like Joey Janela is going to step up to him and just end up getting their ass beat.
That would be funny.
Because that's the thing. There's not like real fighters. And the real fighters that come over, they're obviously not good real fighters, or they'd be fighting. Or they're past their prime.
True. Are you saying he's careful with who he's calling out?
I think he could call out 99% of like most wrestling rosters and he'd be safe. Well, he ain't calling out Brock Lesnar.
I know someone who can't. Speaking of Brock Lesnar, Jake Paul, he didn't call out Brock Lesnar, but he was in an interview and he said he can beat Brock Lesnar because Brock Lesnar's an entertainer and he's a genuine fighter. So there's that.
Okay.
Brock Lesnar's nothing but an entertainer, but I beat Mike Tyson. Or Drew had a draw with Mike Tyson. I don't know.
No, I think he won.
So yeah, that was his latest thing. It's like I could take Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
Now, if it's a boxing match, maybe, but if it's like a UFC style, like you can do
yeah,
anything.
if Brock gets his hands on Jake Paul, it's over.
Yeah. But yeah, that is the Matt Riddle news. Probably not going to be coming back to the WWE. He's always one of those guys that just like couldn't get out of his own way.
Well,
And
he
just continues
chose to be stupid. Just like Manny Rose, he chose to be a whore over his wrestling career.
Yeah. And it was proven to be his downfall. And he's never going to. But seems like he's happy. Also, in the other video, you talked about like he's doing well in life. So good for him. But that is all we got for the show. And we're going to do a sideshow. Because basically what we're doing is practicing for the sideshow so that when it actually comes up. This is all strategic. So let's play the last clip. Hold on. Okay, so for context here, we're at a Phillies game. The ball gets hit. It's a home run ball here. So it lands in the stands. This dude in the red shirt, he runs over to grab the ball. And that's the context that we need here. Oh, he's won. He got the ball. And here you go to his kid. Oh, no, you don't. What the? Got a little bit of arguing back and forth. A little bit of arguing. And that was fine. Take it. Wins. She gets the ball. Now this clip,
what a bitch.
This clip has gone ultra viral. At last I seen it was at 70 million views. 70 million.
Why didn't he tell her to go fuck herself?
Well,
and go buy her own ball.
That would be the stand-up thing. Now people are defending the guy, saying, he was putting on a good example for his son. The fact that, like
put an example that somebody gets in your face, you just cower and give them what they want.
Yes, that's the example. Son, if anybody ever presses you, bend over and take it.
Yeah.
But
if you ever want something, just scream really loudly and you'll get your way.
You see, son, those are the winners in life, the people who speak up and demand what they want. That's not us, though. We're the givers.
Well, did they find her on social media?
Oh, they found her. They put out a social media APB and they found information about her. But look at this guy. So if you play it again, look at his reaction when she gets up on him.
He cowered. He flinched.
Yeah, look. Boom. Look at his. So yeah, there's the other side. It's like, come on, man, grow a little bit of balls, and tell that lady to sit the fuck down.
Yeah, she's in his face. This is a stranger, and here you go. Bye. He must be gay.
His adopted kid.
Yeah.
So yeah, they found her. I
hope they gave her hell.
She's not a CEO, as that seems to be the popular thing right now, is that CEOs are the ones stealing from kids.
What is she?
Let's see. I'm looking for it. Oh, this is just a bunch of people posting like, oh. Oh, look at this Daisy Media, by the way. It says the team came through and hooked up the kid. This is an update. After the Karen robbed him.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they gave him a ball, and apparently one of the players gave him a signed bat. So maybe that is a good lesson. Coward to everybody who presses you.
Then the Phillies will give you free shit. Be a pussy and you'll get free shit.
You'll go viral on social media for being such a pushover, and you'll get free shit on the end of it. Yeah, what's her name? I had it.
He flinched.
Yeah, what was that little
the little flinch dance?
Yeah, like what the hell?
She put her hands on him. He flinched, and then he gave her what she wanted, and then she just walked away.
Now, did she have justification? Because he did come into her section and get that
It's
ball.
a fucking ball. She's a grown-ass woman. He gave it to a kid. It's not like he's some asshole with, those assholes with their own like custom gloves. Like, oh man, I was a shortstop in high school, and then they sell the ball on eBay or some shit. He gave it to his son or his adopted son.
Clearly. Yeah, he did something. Actually, no, they haven't found the lady yet.
I hope they do. I hope they give her hell.
So they found someone whose name was, I guess I don't need to put it out there. They found someone, and they thought that was her name. And of course, she got paraded on social media. And then she had to come out and was like, not me. So, yeah, the person who they thought it wasn't. So the witch hunt continues. So I'm sure they will find this person. I don't know what can be done now. The Phillies already made it right.
No,
but did they make it right though? Because she still won.
Yeah,
she got what she wanted.
We need
she got her
justice.
ball.
That the internet needs to ruin this lady's life.
She needs to probably get fired.
Yeah, she needs to be fired for something unrelated to her actual job. She needs to be barred from further hirings. Her social medias need to be deleted. She needs to cry. We need to see a couple of TikTok videos of her crying. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then she'll go on some kind of
talk show,
Fox News or something, telling her side.
I didn't realize I was hurting that man's adopted son.
But again, I'm not saying she's right, but he did come into her section, and she was reaching for it. But I mean, it wasn't to her. They weren't throwing
he
it
didn't
to
snatch
her.
it out of her hand. She was too fucking slow. Like, he had time to go from another section to get to that ball. She was on the next seat over. So no, she has no excuse.
Yeah. Be faster.
And it's not like it was one of those things where he dove in front, like she's about to catch it and he dove in front of it and intercepted
it. Laying out, falling on the chairs and shit. Like he earned it at that point.
She's just being a cunt.
But yeah, that's the latest social media craze. It'll be interesting to follow and see, when they find her, because they will find her.
Although he does ultimately lose for the flinch.
Yeah, you can't be flinching like that. You can't be doing that.
What if it was somebody threatening?
Well, okay. Maybe he was startled. It's loud. You see his eyes are closed. His eyes are closed when he's hugging his son. His adopted son. Right? So, yeah, maybe he just... But she didn't, push him or anything. She just tapped him. And then he wakes up. He's like, ah!
Yeah. That little dance.
Why are you being so dramatic?
And she was cursing at him and shit, too.
Yeah. And then you got the kid looking up at his dad. Dad, what's wrong? What do we do? Give him the ball, son. Give her the ball, son. We're cowards. We can't go tell her to sit the fuck down. We have to cower. And again, she wins because she still
got what she wanted.
Got the ball. Yeah.
Look at that. She was running over. Hold on. She was running over the section 2.
Was she?
Oh, she was.
No, she was sitting right there. It was right in front of her seat.
But look at that. He had time to run over. She was right there. Oh, let me just stand there. Give it to me.
Why didn't she jump?
Because she's a fucking idiot.
She just she's trying to reach the ground.
Look at that. She put more effort into getting to his face than she did to get the fucking ball. If she would have put that energy into getting the ball, she would have got the ball first, and this wouldn't have ever happened.
I wish we had some audio on what they were actually saying between each other. You got some lip reading going on, but
dyke haircut.
You don't have what she's saying, and it's funny that she's
she yelled at him in front of his adopted son, and he just gave her what she wanted. I don't know.
Coward.
A little bit.
But yeah, that is going super viral, and we'll see what happens. I'm sure they'll find her, and there'll be some nice little updates on that. But that's all I got for us. So that is the show. And as always, if you agree with anything, let us know in the comments below. If you disagree with anything, let us know in the comments below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if there is anybody here. I count 1, so I don't know if that's me or not. Is there anything else?
You guys keep on doing that dance. Fine shit. I like fine shit around me too. Rich bitch, really.
And until next time, survey says 1 more for the good guys.